all fairness, I see it happening to all politicians, really. It is the time where, because of the media, we're sort of in one of these weird schizophrenic zones where we want to say it's wrong, but that's the way we've always done it. Right. So then you want to put it in the press. But so I feel bad for the people kind of out there. It's almost like guys in the early 80s, 90s on dates. You didn't know whether to be aggressive or not be aggressive, be your feminine self.
Or whatever.
Right. The rules were all being changed. All you can do is sit there and kind of like, oh, well, I don't know how to play.
Yeah. Well, you look into it and see how the funds were spent, and if as long as they weren't spent on
only
anything illegal,
$2,000. It was $2,000.
Well, and if it wasn't anything illegal, I mean, if it weren't buying any illegal drugs or doing crazy, hey,
it's like party budget to me.
I mean, shoot, LAX airport's in my district, and you know what? There's plenty of that going on. And I'm a capitalist. If it ain't, oh yeah, right across.
I know the strip clubs by the
airport. That's a whole nother show.
They got a great lunch over there, by the way.
Wonderful lunch.
They do. In closing, because we got so much to go on. Men love sex. You see how they like sex? All of a sudden, we go into Michael Steele, then they go into drinking. They're gonna start talking about strip clubs too soon. And I don't have anybody coming out. Don't have any dollars for you. I will say that the Republican Party is a great party to become part of, and the RNC, as John stated, are jumping on top of the facts of taking care of business. We are about taking care of business. Unfortunately, because of race and hatred in this country that has seemed to be on a rise, we as American citizens need to be awakened to that. Recently on a previous show, we talked about the gentleman that basically flew the airplane into one of the federal buildings, and it was very unfortunate that he died and a lot of people that went along with it. Recently, there was a malicious group that just announced, I think today, they came out. Their name is the Guardian of the Free Republic. They are claiming that 30 of the U.S. governors are not doing their jobs, and they're stating in the next 3 days that they need to get out of office, or they are going to send out letters getting information. The question is this a threat? A couple of states that were attacked were Wyoming, Texas, but guess what? They're not going after Arnold. See, y'all talked about Arnold. They left him alone.
You still haven't told us whether you like Arnold or not.
I'm sorry.
I'm still trying to pin you down.
I love Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm still trying to understand why you will not claim Arnold.
Malicious groups, again, because of the hatred movement that's going on in this country. This is really serious, you guys. There are a lot of people that, it's a lot of tension of race, of discrimination, of prejudice that are still on the rise right now. They comes from different aspects, from the Democrats and the Republicans. They continue to want to make it seem like it's the Tea Party people. It is not the Tea Party people, just for clarification. It is people who are out there of any race, any culture, any party that are not happy with the government. They are not about low government. This particular group, the Guardians of the Free Republicans, they are about getting rid of all government. They don't even want little government. They want no government. So, who's going to govern over the people? That's crazy to even think that way. We want you to be educated and sound-minded here on hiphoprepublican.tv and .com. Read your blog, state your mind. But come on, let's wake up. Don't become so full of hatred and disruption inside. I mean, family, what do you feel like that? They're going after governors now. People who govern states, who run their states, they don't like how those states are being ran.
I think it reflects the growing dissatisfaction with the government. Remember now, you had the Oklahoma bombings, and since this time, those of us who keep up with the sort of the political leftist actions out there have come to find out that really the U.S. government fears domestic terrorism way more than we fear actually terrorism from outside sources. We're more likely to sustain an attack from within. And they know this, and it's been part of published policy. And that's why you've had them attempting to infiltrate different militias. Very difficult to do, I might
Very
add,
difficult
for the
to do.
same
They were
reasons.
saying that 300% on the rise once President Obama became in office. Again, we were talking earlier about two black leaders. We're talking about 300% on the rise. Also, there's a couple amendments, the 14th Amendment, the 15th Amendment, the 16th Amendment. They feel that those were not constitutionally implemented in the Constitution. They want those pulled out. The rights to vote, the right for African American people to have the right to vote. These are different things that are going on in there that they don't want us to have going on. These are white supremacist groups that are on the rise. They are their own government. They practice in their backyards in Wyoming, in the Midwest. This is very interesting. John, what do you feel about this?
Well, I think this is the kind of people that Abraham Lincoln had to fight back, about 150 years ago. And You know, I think it's time for all Republicans that understand that this is how our party was founded. We were founded on people like Abraham Lincoln standing up for all races to have the equal rights and things. And so, if any of these people think that they're representing the kind of people that we are, they need to as we call them, maybe check your six. Absolutely not. It's this is unacceptable.
John, you do know that they are making Republicans look bad. I mean,
Absolutely.
Just as any other group.
But they're not
even though wait, because I'm about to say, Danny,
be
yeah, because the militia groups,
I totally understand that.
Right,
that's what I'm saying. For somehow, some way, people are connecting that their views are similar to Republicans, the teabaggers, and the
I don't
like.
know if I agree with you on that.
I'm just saying, I'm seeing the chat online, honey.
Because I think people think that there's white supremacists. We already know that there's wackos out there.
She brings a good point, though, because whether we
I'm
like
just
it
saying
or
the
not,
chat online.
they're trying to make the connection. I mean,
I've had to defend you guys. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's a marketing thing.
Exactly.
And we have to work hard to make sure that we are denying that and saying, absolutely
Speak
not.
out.
Do not put us in that same category as them.
Well, they're not Republicans.
We are the party of Abraham Lincoln.
They're not Republicans.
Shirley's
really
done that.
outside.
Shirley's, you've done that in the last few
and so
shows.
the non-Republicans, it's the far to left that wants to link us with them.
Wait, now I'm the far left. I'm trying to unlink you.
Right.
No, just so you know, the far left are making that clarification.
No, because
Seriously.
they're not Republicans, and the thing I think to be careful is not all of them are white supremacist groups either. In other words, the militias I'm talking about. The militias can vary from place to place almost as much as the Tea Partiers can vary from place to place. Right. But in all fairness, and I am neither hip hop nor Republican.
And the conversion.
But I really do not think that it's totally unfair to try to link people like the current Republicans, especially those like Shirley, to these groups, because they are stating they're not out there going like, I'm Republican.
No.
Yes.
They're out there outside the law.
The guardian of the free republic.
Yes.
See, that's not
when
being
they
Republican.
say that, trust me, it's all how they put it.
The media does some of that.
Exactly.
Also,
I say that as a
the media is trying to do the linking, not them.
But the point I'm trying to make
your
is
chat room. Your Democrats are just so you know, John. A lot of Democrats and independents are in the chat room. The viewers.
Yep.
And they're like basically saying, no, please tell them we do not associate them with
You're exactly right. Amen to you all doing that.
But you need to have your people speak out against that like Shirley does. Shirley comes on every week because I always throw it up in Shirley's face. I'm like, Shirley, because I want her to be the one that is, and get that point across. She ain't that one, and the group that she's a part of and the other folks that she's with don't get down like that. They'll be the first ones to open their mouths and say,
well, you know what, the Republican leadership, to me, again, damn, I hate when I have to defend them.
Oh my God, here we go.
You hate defending Democrats.
Bring it on.
No, the Republican leadership, in fact, all of your organized leadership have come out against these groups. They really have.
Yes, we have. Absolutely.
They have over and over and over again. They have.
And we are the group that believe in the right to bear arms. So, look, even though we believe in the right to bear arms, you have to
believe in the right to bear arms.
The right manner.
Radical leftists.
That's right.
Again, these people,
maybe for some of the
these
same
people have led to violence. They're 300% growing. We need to be awake in America. I want you to keep in line with what's going on. If you have people in your community like this, you need to alert the officials of what's going on. We don't want these people growing as they are. They've united themselves online through Facebook and through social medias and internet groups and websites. They're out there. And for us to be asleep at the wheel, that's not the purpose of hiphoprepublican.tv. We want to keep you awakened and abreast about what's going on. And this is a real issue. Racism, hatred, and issues that are not being addressed. It's about the attack of the person and the color, and that's not right. That's just not right. Moving on. I want to talk about, we want to support our candidates. If you're a local candidate and you're running for office, please Facebook me, Twitter me, email me. Let me know that you're running for office. Recently we had Diane Lenning. Let me spell her name for you. DianeLenning. She is running for California State Super and what's that, Douglas?